Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of ZooCrafting with Nerine! Yay! It's been a long time, guys. It's always been a long time. There's so many things to do. Like taking the slimes if I know where to click. So this is gelatinous slime drop, which I think let's see. Let's slime drop. You can make into jelly. It is stretchy food. Ooh. Let's click on you and then... Okay, so no, it's stretchy food. Kind of fun, kind of weird at the same time. I have been putting some of them up here to put into gelatinous food. Oh. Whoops. Okay, so I had a whole bunch up here. Anyway, so today I was thinking about kind of telling you what my plans are. Last time we made that slime spawner. And now we're kind of at a point where I actually need to, you know, make an exhibit in the oceanarium, right? We have all of these animals. Well, not necessarily all, but we have a bunch of things that we could do. So from the Easter Bunny, we got that shark. And we have some boars. Not much of that has to do with anything. I might want to make an NPC at some point that you can trade some of the not so nice bycatch, like the manta rays and the sharks, into, you know, real oceancraft manta rays and sharks that we can put somewhere for use so that, you know, either we can release them or we can either release them to the wild or put them in exhibits so they're no longer bycatch. But let's see what the net has caught for us today. A shark tooth and a manta ray. Oh, that's cool. We got another shark tooth. Yes. Oh, that's exciting because I don't have very many shark teeth. Kind of. Shark teeth are kind of hard to come by. Anyway. So let's go ahead and put the manta ray in here. And then let's put the shark tooth up here. And we'll go ahead and get started for today. But I am actually thinking that we will wait to start on the crocs and things like that at the river aquarium. And I might just go ahead and try to build something for our shark over at, what did I call it? Ocean Diver? The big open ocean section of the oceanarium. So what we need to do is we need to get a lot of sand. Because for the shark exhibit and every other exhibit that we're going to build that's underwater, it is going to need a whole lot of sand. Because we're going to need a lot of glass. And this is quite the measly selection of sand that I have. I don't think I have any in here. Nope. So I only have 35 sand, and that's just not going to cut it. I wonder if there is a way to turn quicksand into normal sand. Quicksand. Nope, it's just quicksand. So I was thinking that today we would go ahead and, you know, make some, go do some sanding. I was checking to make sure there's none in the furnaces. So we are going to go head over to the sand collection desert and get us some more sand. It has been a long time since I have gone sanding. And it has been a long time since I've made a sanding episode on my sanding world. But I figured I needed sand in ZooCrafting, so I might as well take you guys along. And kind of, I'm not quite sure how to word it. Treat you guys, show you guys a sanding experience. Maybe not. Maybe that just sounds a little bit too weird. Let's see. Let's head on over to the sand collection desert. And I might set a waypoint here. Add new. There we go. That's it. Sand collection teleport. And it's sand colored. So let's see. It is enabled, which is marvelous. I think we will be able to see it. So let's go ahead and get out some of my tools. Super Sander and Sanding 9001. And let's see what we can get. So we're going to head out into the desert where it is safer to quarry, like not there. I'm going to get hurt. That is for sure. I remember this being bigger. Oh, I went the wrong way. That is why. Looks like people have already been collecting, so we might at some point need to find a new sand collection desert. Do those hurt? Yep, those hurt. That was a great way to find out, Nerine. Let's just run right into them. Oh my goodness. So how about we start here? So I'm not going to totally quarry. I don't want to, you know, demolish the whole environment. But we are going to go ahead and do this, and it is getting dark. Oh, I don't know what time of day it is. I didn't check. So we might run over to the village sooner than expected to take a nap, because I don't currently have any armor either, and, you know, I'm just having issues, guys. This is not normally how the sanding episodes go, but, you know, there's a first time for everything, right? Let's go ahead and go over to take a nap. There's a bed over here. Over in this gravekeeper's house, I guess. I guess that's what it's called. And it's morning. All right, so now we can do some serious sanding. Right? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. This question was, where was I sanding? That is an excellent question. I think I was standing over here. So let's go back over here. And I have some fun facts about sand to share with you guys. So I know in our world, and you know, generally in Minecraft, sand is this sandy color, for lack of a better term. And you know, it's kind of monotonous, but you can tell that there's different particles and things like that in it. So to start off with, sand itself is basically just a category of rock based on grain size. It sits in between gravel and silt or clay. So it is smaller than gravel, but larger than clay. And yeah, that's basically just the formal definition of sand. But, I mean, you know what sand is. It's on beaches, it's in deserts, it's in all of these places. And it's just a category of grain size for rock, which is rather interesting. And there is a zombie. I hear a zombie. I hear a zombie. Where is the zombie? I don't see the zombie. So we're going to keep going. But yeah, so sand is essentially just rock. It comes from eroded rocks that are eroded by wind and water. And so if you see rocks in like a stream, those are really smooth and things like that. And it's continuously worn down. And at every stage, you know, grains come off of it and they flow downstream. And that's how sand and a bunch of other grainy rocks are created. In general. So there's also other ways that sand can be created, and it comes from animals. So birds can carry it. They have a thing called They have a thing, guys. They have a structure in for their digestive system to help them grind food called a crop. And that is where they swallow rocks and they store it there, and that grinds up all the seeds that they eat. And so they swallow pebbles and things like that. And let's not go in that quicksand, guys. It's a lot of quicksand. We're gonna lose a bunch of this to the quicksand. I might want to go ahead and dig that out too. Ooh, that was a terrible idea, Nerine. Is that gonna fall? Nope. Excellent. So, where was I? And my sanding 9001 is going to die. So we're going to just use, no, my super sander. That's what it's called. We're just going to do this. So the birds have these pebbles, and there's a lot of pebbles in that crop. So each time that they're used, it gets ground down even more. So that turns it into sand and gravel and little bits of grainy rock. And sometimes they do expel it. And so, for example, on the island of Bermuda, it is a mid-Atlantic island, kind of tropical, more subtropical, but it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And a lot of their beaches are made from quartz, but there's no quartz on the island itself. And scientists were like, well, why is the sand quartz when there's no quartz around? And it actually comes from the birds that are migrating through. They just drop the quartz that they have, the quartz grains that they have in their crop. And that's what formed the beaches, which is actually kind of weird. Oh my gosh, look at all the sand that we are getting, guys. But another animal that creates or transports sand are fish. So fish that eat coral, like parrotfish, actually grind down the coral's calcareous skeleton. So it is calcium carbonate, kind of like our bones. And they'll bite off the coral, and then they'll grind the bone essentially down into sand, and they'll poop it out. So that's why, you know, a lot of the floor of the ocean is sand. A lot of it comes from fish poop, and a lot of it comes from, you know, geological processes like wind and water breaking up rock, which is actually kind of cool. Fish poop is a very large factor that affects, you know, the ground community of oceans. And it's what gives us our beaches. So if you're ever on a nice white sandy beach right next to a coral reef, part of that is most likely fish poop. Which is fine. All it is just calcium carbonate. So it's not like there's anything terrible in it. Not like any diseases that you can catch. It's not that gross. It's just kind of fun to say that you're sitting on fish poop when you're sitting on a beach. But yeah, so those are kind of the interesting ways that you can get sand. There's a whole lot of different ways that you can get it. Another fun fact about sand is that in Namibia, you can find diamonds in the sand. So if you sift through it, you can find little diamonds. And that is because of the geological processes that happened in Namibia. But yeah, so if you ever find yourself in Namibia sifting through sand, don't throw anything away, because you could find naturally made diamonds. Which is actually rather fancy. So I think we are getting a very good start to our sand collection that we will turn into glass so that we can kind of pretend that they're nets under the sea to house our sharks and the rest of the animals that we have on exhibit in the oceanarium. And I guess as my last fun fact about sand is how much sand there is in the world. Like how many grains of sand there is. And there's a lot. And obviously a grain of sand is very, very small. But scientists estimate that there are 7 quintillion 5 quadrillion grains of sand in the world. I can't even imagine that number. There's just so much sand. And that makes me happy. You guys know I really like sand. Oh, look at the butterflies. You're so pretty. I don't yet have a net or a jar. Oh, I'll have to tell Seri. She's been collecting butterflies and those are so pretty. Oh, I don't know what kind of butterflies those are. Some special breed of desert butterfly? I don't know. Oh, and Winter joined. Heyo. But yeah, so let's see where we are. I think we're going to finish this off. And then I think we will head home. But yeah, I wanted to share those fun facts. That was about all I know about sand. I guess another thing is the point that I was getting at the start, that, you know, the grains of sand in Minecraft are all different colors. Admittedly, the blocks are kind of uniform in how different colored they are, but ignoring that fact, sand does come in different colors. You can have white, which is usually the quartz, and that's the most common, but you can also have, ooh, this looks ugly. We might want to make this prettier too before we leave. But you can also have black, purple, pink, maybe not purple, I'm not quite sure. Brown. You can even have green. There's green sand in Guam, which is really weird. I'm not entirely sure where that comes from, but it just depends on the type of rock that the sand comes from. So that sand in Bermuda that I was talking about comes from quartz, but other sand comes from different types of rock. So it all depends on the kind of rock that you have, as to what kind of sand you'll have too. Let's not do that. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? So it's also getting dark. I think we will head back. And I know it's kind of a short episode, but it was fun to get back in the desert and go sanding with you guys. I don't know. I really want to start back up the sanding series, but I might make a ZooCrafting side series where we just talk about random ZooCrafting-y things. Ooh, and I am hurting myself. Good job, Nerine. So let's go back home and head up and possibly start cooking away some sand. So another fun fact about sand and why we put sand in the furnace to make glass is because sand, the most common way that sand comes in is silicon dioxide. Sand you can make into glass, and that's the real life way of making glass, which I don't know, I find rather interesting, which is why we do this. Let's see if I can find any coal. That's an onyx shard. Coal? Nope. Coal? Coal, coal, coal. Coal? Nope. Coal? I might, oh, hey, there is a lot of coal. Holy cannoli. So let us go ahead and do this. I don't think we need all of that, so let's go ahead and do this. And let's get this cooking away. And this is exactly why I have so many furnaces. Okay. 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 Okie dokie. You're gonna need some more in a second, but let's go ahead and get these rocking and rolling. Let's just go ahead and take you out. So there we go. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of Sanding on the ZooCrafting server. Maybe there will be more, who knows. But I will see you next time where we actually, you know, do something with all this sand that we collected and we start work on the shark habitat. I'll see you then, guys. Bye.